How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. You've had a long day today. Did you tell me you were up at 5 o'clock this morning already?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Wow. So when you hear the word Isaiah, give me a couple of, and I'm not just talking about the chapters we're focusing on. We're focusing on one of the pivotal chapters, the prophecy about the virgin birth.
I am always moved by the description of not just the prophesying of Jesus, of the virgin birth and all of that, but also just prophesying what Jesus is going to go through is in some ways more moving to me than even how the gospels spell it out.
Yeah. Yeah, they give it from a different angle, don't they?
They do. When they're done with him, you can't tell if he is a man or an animal. Just the stuff that he goes through is so it's just brutal and it's raw and just the connection between like, look, this was so very long before this actually happened.
I'm going to ask you the same two questions that I asked the people on the street. So the first one is virgin birth. Is that actually real?
The idea of Jesus being born as a human to come and do what he did and be the Son of God and Mary carrying him is not, it's not a small thing.
Hey guys, Alex here. I'm in front of 7-Eleven in Firestone and managed to get some people filling up with gas to answer some pretty interesting questions about the virgin birth.
My name is Kevin.
Kevin, thanks for helping me. I'm Alex.
Yep.
All right, so two questions this week. First one, virgin birth, fact or fiction?
Absolutely fact.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because my son was healed by pastors coming in and laying hands
No
on
way.
him. He's done many, many miracles in my life, and I've seen a lot of things. But one of them was my youngest son was in the hospital with a class 4 spleen rupture,
Okay, yeah.
and they were about to remove it because he would not stop bleeding internally, and he was kind of a gray colored. And pastors from a church that a little lady, Virginia, that lived across the street, she got him to come to the hospital and lay hands on him and pray. And my wife saw him go from that pale gray to peach before her eyes. And
How long did it take?
It was instant.
Okay.
And he was out the hospital next day, and he still has a spleen.
Okay, that's awesome. So since you know that miracles are legit, you don't have a problem believing that a virgin birth could be legit?
Exactly.
Okay.
My name is Melvin.
Melvin, I'm Alex. Thanks for helping. So, all right, virgin birth, you think fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction, okay.
Well, unless, it was the conceptional birth of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Do you think the birth of Jesus was a virgin birth?
that's what they say.
Yeah, what do you think?
Hey, I have no way to dispute it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, don't know either way kind of thing. Okay. What's your name?
Sylvia?
I'm Alex. Thanks for helping me. So the two questions this week, a virgin birth, would you say that's, in your opinion, is that a fact or is that more of
The
a
actual
fiction?
virgin, you mean Mary?
Yeah, Mary and Jesus.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay, why do you say that?
Well, I follow the Bible and she was chosen by God. So she had to be a very special person.
Yeah.
And, she gave birth to Jesus,
Yeah.
our Savior. So,
Cool.
yes.
All right, right on.
That's a hard question because they could make it a worse place. They could make it a better place, and I guess they are our future.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
they will direct the world in the future. So
Yeah.
they play a great big part.
All right. All right. Second one, kids.
they're very important because without the reproduction of children, we cannot move on.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Well, I think that we as parents are responsible to set the future for them. And we are trying our best, but, there are
It's hard.
some evil, whatever you want to call it, that is trying to stop us from doing that.
Yeah.
So, yes, give them the right education and, keep the parents together in the marriage
Yeah.
is very important.
When you say evil trying to stop us, are you talking about like spiritual, supernatural evil or more?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
That's getting into some people's minds.
Yeah. Why would God pick something that vulnerable to be the avenue of reconciling the entire world?
If Jesus is born a baby and raised by fallible people in this world, and God's will is done regardless of that, maybe in spite of and not because of that, we can look at that, and we can also have a huge connection with Jesus. He went through teething. He, he was hungry. He cried. He faced all of the challenges that humans face from birth to, well, we estimate his early 30s. And so if God's will be done in that vulnerable state, and we can also see, what, Jesus didn't show up 30 years old and do 3 years of ministry, and we were like, well, you don't have any idea how it feels. You have no idea how it feels to be little, and you don't have any idea how it feels to go through puberty and adolescence. You have no idea how it feels to make these decisions. You have no idea how it feels to not get everything that you want.